What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I'm continuing my pre-release content for The Division. Since the beta begins in less than 24 hours for Xbox players, more like 12 by the time this video comes up, I thought it would be a good idea to share everything you need to know about the beta. This includes how you can participate, when it releases during your time zone, what kind of content you'll be able to play in the beta, and much more. First off, I wanted to let you all know that I will be live streaming the game tomorrow here on my YouTube channel, not Twitch, at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be playing for around 3 hours of the beta, so if you'd like to check out the game and don't want to get the beta for yourself or see what it's like to see me live stream, make sure and be here for that. Also, I think I'm going to have a giveaway for an Xbox One code, may or may not, so if you don't have a code and you're an Xbox One, be sure and stay tuned for that. If you can't make it live at that time, I totally understand. The stream will be automatically uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you can just watch it afterwards. I also stream on Twitch 5 days per week, so after the stream on YouTube tomorrow, I plan to move the beta stream over to Twitch, and I'll talk more about that tomorrow on YouTube. So right now, let's discuss everything you need to know about the beta. First, you may be wondering, how do you get in? And I know it's a little bit late for this, it's about to start, but I still wanted to cover it for some of you last minute people that still want to get in on the beta action. So first off, the main way is to pre-order from a retailer of the game. So that's going to be the Xbox Store on your Xbox One, the PlayStation Store on your PS4, Amazon, GameStop, Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and Steam on PC. So what I did is I did mine straight from the Xbox Store, but I actually bought the game. That's what it requires if you do it from the digital Xbox Store. You actually have to pay, $60 or $100 like I did for the, the bundle with the season pass, and that comes with the beta. And it really just added the beta to my download queue. I didn't have to do anything else except for buy the game, but it may be different for you. So other retailers may send you your beta code via email, attached to whatever account you're using with that retailer, or they may have it on the receipt. If you go do it in person, put down $5, they may have it on your receipt, and then you go to the Ubisoft website, punch that in, and then you'll be good for the beta. I've also seen Ubisoft give away codes on their Instagram for The Division, maybe even their Facebook page, so if you want to check that, maybe some last minute, beta codes, they'll be giving those away on those. You just got to be really lucky on those, of course. And also, I got one in my Xbox email, the emails that's attached to my gamer tag. And so if you're a live member, or maybe a PlayStation member, I don't know if they're doing it on PlayStation, they may just give you a free code since you're a member, so check for that as well. Now let's move on to the release time. So obviously the beta is running this weekend. It's starting on Xbox One on January 28th, which is tomorrow at 1 a.m. Pacific time, 3 a.m. Central Time, which is my time zone, 4 a.m. Eastern Time. This is all in the United States. And then if you go across the pond to the UK, it starts at 10 a.m. that time. And so it's starting very early in the morning in the United States, and then a little bit more reasonably over in Europe. On the PS4 and PC, the beta is going to start a day later, so Xbox gets kind of this head day start on January 29th, which is going to be Friday, starting at 4 a.m. Pacific Time, 6 a.m. Central Time, which is my time once again, 7 a.m. Eastern Time in the States, and then 1 p.m. over in the UK. If I did not list your time zone and you don't know how to convert time zones, there's a link in the description below to help you out with that. So you may be wondering when the beta is ending. They have just said January 31st, Sunday, this Sunday. So not really sure on the exact ending time. I don't think that information's revealed. I think usually they just leave it, open-ended, and then they just end it when they end it, or they may extend it, something like that. But generally, it's going to last 4 days on Xbox One and then 3 days on PS4 and PC. Finally, let's talk about what you're going to be doing in the beta. And luckily, I had planned on making this video in the first place, but Ubisoft just released a video on their YouTube channel. Link in the description below if you'd like to check that out for yourselves. I totally get that. I'm just going to reiterate the information presented in their video, probably in a shorter format. They've got an 8-minute video over there. I totally recommend that you go watch it, but I'm just going to, again, regurgitate that information here. So first off, they let us know that we're going to start in the Chelsea Pier area on the playable map and move towards the base of operations. Obviously, that's a huge part of the game. And then explore Madison Square Garden area and portions of the Dark Zone, which is very exciting. Obviously, we'll be able to create our character. So we're going to get a look at the character creation system. I don't think it's the fully fleshed out one, so we might not have all the options in a real game, but we will be able to create our characters. We don't just get a preset one, which is cool to mess around with. Early on in the beta, they're going to show us how to play solo or co-op. So if you want to play by yourself, I'm sure a lot of people just want to, experience it for themselves. Or if you want to bring a buddy with you that also has the beta, you're going to be able to choose that very early and play through the entire beta, either solo or co-op or a mix of both. It's really up to you, and you can switch it on the fly, which is cool as well. We'll also, of course, be able to select our weapon loadout. That's going to be one of the first things we're going to be able to do is pick a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, and then a sidearm. So you're carrying 3 weapons at all times, equipping them. You can carry more than that, but you can equip 3 weapons at a time. You can pick that very early in the beta. You could also choose 1 skill for your build right off in the beta, and I think that might be unique. We might have to work for that in the main game, but they're just going to give us 1 skill to use very early in the game from the security, tech, or medic trees. You can map that to whatever button on whatever platform you're playing very early on in the beta. Additionally, we can equip weapon mods. This is something we expect, so that's like something we're going to be doing throughout the real game. In the beta, we're going to be able to equip those weapon mods and see how they work in the beta as well, just to test those out. So clearly we're going to have a preview of all the systems that we're going to be messing around with in the real game in this beta. Pretty much everything's going to be laid out on the table. So moving on to actually what we're going to be doing in terms of missions, you're going to have to clear the area around the base of operations in order to enter it and unlock it. So that's going to be one of the first missions that you're tasked with doing. You're going to have to clear around the base of operations, the BOO, and then once you have done that, you can go inside, and that's when you'll be able to unlock the 3 wings of the base of operations, which is the security wing, the tech wing, and the medical wing. These are kind of the main missions, the main story of the Division, and that's what we're going to be doing in the beta. Of course, we probably won't be able to unlock all of those wings and do all those missions. That would be the entire main mission of the game, so there's probably going to be a cutoff point with each wing, so you can expect that as well. Additionally, you can explore vendors within the base of operations. So certain vendors will be available. You can go and buy from them, mess around with crafting and materials, and do that whole thing in the beta. You'll also be able to use the situation board that offers missions and side quests. So there will be side quests that you can actually do in the beta, not just main quests, which is exciting to me as well. As you're doing those missions and killing enemies, you will be able to level up. That's obvious. And they have said, I believe it was on a Twitch stream at some point in the last week, that the max level in the beta is going to be level 8. I hope that's correct. That's what I've read. I didn't witness it for myself, but I believe the max level is going to be 8. The max level in the real game is set at 30 at this point. So we're seeing about a third of the game in terms of leveling up within this beta. This is kind of a reiteration of what I said before, but of course completing the main missions in the wings will upgrade those wings and unlock the second skill slot. So we will be able to work with 2 skill slots in the beta, which is awesome. So we'll be able to mess around with certain builds and see what synergizes well together with teammates as well, which is very cool. Finally, there will be a point where we complete all the missions and activities that are in the beta, and we'll be able to enter the dark zone. And there's several entrances in the beta as described in the YouTube video. I'm not sure exactly where they are or at what point the dark zone is unlocked or if you have to unlock it at all, but we can enter the dark zone. We do know that. And within the dark zone, you can party up with teammates to go around, find sweet loot, all of that. You can use emotes to communicate with people, so the emote system is going to be available for us. There's also going to be a separate ranking system in the dark zone. This blew me away when I was watching the video and I found out that there's dark zone ranks. So it's a ranking system that operates independently from your level. When you're in the dark zone and you complete certain actions, kill enemies, kill other agents, whatever you're doing, you're going to gain dark zone ranks. So we're going to see what that system's like in the beta as well. Of course, you'll be able to extract dark zone loot that's contaminated, so you can actually use it in the rest of the beta. Obviously, it's going to be PvP enabled, so you can do whatever you want, kill other people, go rogue to steal loot. However, if you do go rogue, there will be a bounty on your head for other agents, so they're going to go after you, try to kill you, and receive their reward. Finally, maybe the most important thing to note is that none of your progress in this beta will be saved. This is just something to experience the game. It's not going to carry over. Your level 8 character will be wiped. You won't have any of your armor or weapons or skills. So you're going to have to do that all over again when the game comes out. However, it's not all for nothing. You will have something in the real game for participating in the beta. They'll give us something, to beta participants, probably a weapon skin or something like that, to kind of commemorate, yeah, you participated in the beta. Here you go. Here's your reward. So I'd like to know, are you guys excited for the beta? I'm really excited for this. After watching that video that I linked in the description, I am way more excited than I was before, because now I know exactly what we can do, and I just shared all of it with you guys. So I'd like to know, what are you most excited to do in the beta? I think for me, it's just going to be the Dark Zone, possibly teaming up with my friends, teaming up with some of you guys if you catch me on Xbox One, and kind of roaming around, killing other agents, getting loot. I just can't wait to play it. Share all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and if you did, remember to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. Be sure to stay tuned for more of my pre-release content for The Division. I'll have one video for the next 4 days straight while the beta is live here on my YouTube channel, as well as plenty of other content throughout February leading up to the game's full release on March 8th. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on my live stream here on my YouTube channel at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.